This is the weekend edition. Get through Sunday, September 14th, 2014. My name's Des here at Grok Trade. Be your host for the next few minutes here, giving you the very latest and the very best technical analysis and taking a look here at the broad markets as a whole. And on Friday, we did in bearish territory with small caps doing the worst, down a full percent here. However, banks in positive territory, showing some strength. The fear creeped higher by 4%. Precious metals also off. What's interesting here is even on a bearish day, utilities, which is a defensive type sector, was off by 1.8%, with the banks in positive territory, the financials. Kind of a good bullish underlying strength. And we'll see if it comes to fruition starting off the rest of the week. So here we are taking a look at the S&P 500. We have this bull pullback. We were bouncing off the rising 20-day moving average on Friday. We closed below it, but we found support at the 25% Fibonacci retracement area, which is very good. I don't mind retracement areas as long as they stay above 61.8, which happens to be where this upper trend line is, which would be a decent area for it to hit. However, it'd be more bullish to get a bounce off the 25, be less bullish but still bullish if it bounces off 38.2. I don't even mind if it gets down to 50% in bounces. But something I want to share with you, if you go back, just bring back some time here, look at the blue line. The blue line is 20-day moving average. If you go over and you'll see that we went below the 20-day moving average. Well, let's start back here actually. See the blue line? We went below the 20-day moving average, then we popped above it. Went below it, we popped right back above it. Went below it, we popped above it, but then we really dropped below it. Here we stay above the blue line, we stay above the blue line. Here we went below the blue line, but we popped right back above it. We come over here, we drop below the blue line, the 20-day moving average, we popped right back above it. Here we pop below the blue line, the 20-day moving average, but this time there was just a drop, just a big sizable drop. We come up higher, busting back across the 20-day moving average. Here we are at the 20-day moving average. Now we went right below it. The question is, will we pop right back above it? That's what we're looking for on a bull pullback at the 25% Fibonacci retracement area. Be interesting to see if that's what takes place. Because of the weekly chart or weekend edition, I like to look at weekly charts. The problem here is we have a pivot candle on the weekly chart. And I said we had this rolling over effect taking place. And if we do drop here, and I put the red line in, this would be the start of a rising wedge, which would be pretty bearish. So this found support at this area of resistance. So resistance hit here, we come across, it found support there closing out the week. Very important. But it's a pivot candlestick. So if we get another lower candlestick going next week, it'd be a confirmed down leg. And we're in danger of breaking this, but that's several weeks away. We'll see if that even happens. If you look at a monthly chart, here we're just up, 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 and away. We're just going higher. Now Nasdaq, here's the monthly chart. We continue to go higher, but the weekly chart, you'll see that we dropped, but we popped up above resistance here, we popped up above it, but we closed now just below it. We have an inside trading candlestick on the weekly chart, lower high, but higher low inside. So it's not showing nearly the bearish move that we got on the S&P 500. So it's relatively stronger than what we're seeing in the S&P. On the daily chart, we're building this big high base. It's a high base. High base flying plateau, looking for a breakout to the upside on technical stocks. And as a disclaimer, I'm holding a lot of technical stocks right now. And we have the rising 20-day moving average. Usually that will act as a trampoline and something to bounce from. So that's something to look for. Here's the banks on the daily chart. The banks are in this big symmetrical triangle, resistance, support. We hit resistance, we pulled back on Friday. So it's a typical area to hit resistance. The weekly chart here, we're not quite there. Resistance, resistance, still have some more upside potential here. This is a huge bull pennant, so this could get really bullish. Again, this is the banks, biggest index of banks out there on the Nasdaq. So it's a very good indicator of underlying strength or weakness in regards to the markets as a whole. So something we like to look at. The VIX, this is the weekly chart on the VIX. We're just heading higher. The last couple of weeks have been moving higher. The fears increasing higher and higher. Furthermore, in the weekly chart, we have right here a lower swing. Now we have a higher swing low. A higher swing low. It's stepping higher. So that is showing a bearish sentiment underneath on the bigger time frame. On the daily chart, we're going higher, higher, higher. But if I were to bring a Fibonacci retracement here, we are hung up at the 38.2 area. This would be a great area to see the VIX drop. And if the VIX drops, that means the markets will go bullish. So it'd be we're at a real interesting place here for the markets to really go bullish. And it'd be interesting to see if that will take place and if that will happen. Here's gold. Gold is just dropping, 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 dropping. Oh, by the way, yesterday was 9/11, a very sobering day for us here in America and across the world. And I decided not to do a video on 9/11. I'm not sure I'll do a video on 9/11 anymore. That might be a day of just silence for me. Anyway, here we had this symmetrical triangle. It broke down, a little bear pullback, and then a crash, breaking down below all areas of resistance. If you look here at a weekly chart on gold, big drop. Now we're in an area of support again. Be interesting. I mean, just gold and silver, they're in trouble. Speaking of silver, here's silver. Silver did something horrible. On the weekly chart, busted and broke down all support areas. I mean, silver is in so much trouble. Big sell volume. On the daily chart here, just drop, 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 drop. But man, look at people buying in on that weakness. Those are white candlesticks. And again, you can click down there, go to full screen, watch this stuff in high definition. And on our bull list, now some of you guys may know this, others do not know this. We do stock picks. I'm getting ready to show you some great stock picks that you can utilize and use to your own benefit. Here's the skinny. If you go down here, you click on Stock Picks V newsletter. You'll get our stock picks each week. And if you put in the secret code, super duper uber secret code, 2 weeks, you will get 2 weeks free of charge to test this out. But let me show you a couple of the stocks. Our big winners this week was AMRI. Look at this, boom, to the upside. I mean, this one made us over 14% this week. Really, really big run on this stock. Another one was UBNT. And that one on Friday pulled back quite a bit, but for the week had a huge run. It was up almost 9%. Very, very big run. If you look at the weekly chart here, big run. So another one was LCI. That one was up more than 6% for the week. We were at $34 just a few weeks ago, and a couple weeks ago now we're at around $40. So had a 6-point run. HCA is another one. This is up, up and away. Back here in July, we were around $54. Now we're at $72. Just a huge, huge run. And let's go into some tech stocks here. Apple, boom, it's heading higher. It's above the 20-day moving average, not too bad. Amazon, a pullback, but caught up in the moving averages, wouldn't touch it. Facebook is just marching higher, 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 higher. I own Facebook again. So long as I can stay above these moving averages and wants to march higher, I will play. Google, though, has done the death hook. And if you're not a mentor student, you don't know what this means. But this is really problematic for Google. Big symmetrical triangle breakout, a violation of the apex, dropping down on volume. Look for bad things to come on Google. Spread this to your Google players. All you guys who trade Google, mark my words, Google's in some serious trouble if they don't come out with some good news. Gopro, which I do own, is just a stud. I mean, just not too long ago, we were at 40. We're at 70 now. I mean, this thing has made me a ton of money. LinkedIn starting to roll over. Be careful with this one. Microsoft is very, very strong, looking nice. Kind of extended though. Netflix building a high base. Look for a breakout over $490. Taser, which I'm a proud owner of, was down around $11 a couple weeks ago. Now we're at 18. Just huge percentage gains. Just a massive run. If you look at a monthly chart, just boom, last 2 months have been just huge for Taser. And Twitter, I do own that one. It's just going higher, 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 higher. Not too long ago, it was at $32. Now it's at $52. Just huge gains on some tech stocks. I think there's more room for tech to go. Anyway, I highly recommend that you join us on the stock picks. It would greatly benefit you to let us do the heavy lifting to find the stock picks for you. And what I highly recommend is doing the mentorship. Now, some of you guys know about UFC fighting and MMA fighting. I'm going to give you some information. In Vegas, we're doing a live mentorship in November. And this is big news, and you are the first to hear about it. But Mr. Ken Shamrock himself, he is a celebrity for WWE, WWF, UFC, mixed martial art champion. He is a student of ours and will be at the live mentorship in Vegas. We're only going to take the first 25 students that want to sign up for the class, because that's all the more we can handle in our facility. And he will be in that class. So if you want to take it, feel free to be a part of that. Look us up here. I highly recommend, if you have not been trading for very long, that you first take the 201 trading courses. Take these first. That will give you the platform that you need to get the most out of your mentorship. Now, some of you guys are day traders. If you're a day trader and you like to do a 1-minute chart, do the Grok chat room. It's only 60 seconds, or every 60 seconds you're making a potential trade. And you get 30 days free of charge. No credit card needed here. But everything else, so there's what you want to do. Go to the website, look us up, and definitely move towards becoming a mentee, a mentor student of Grok Trade. And that's where you're going to reach your full potential in the live markets. So I hope that you enjoyed the technical information I've delivered to you all. If so, either up above or down below, there's a little like button. Please click like. And if you like to chat, I like to chat back. You'll notice that anytime you leave a comment, I leave a comment back. So if you want to converse with me, that's the greatest way of doing so, leaving comments, giving your thoughts or trades that you're liking. If you have some stock picks that you're really interested in, I'd love to hear about it. And anyway, that's it. Take care. Share us with a friend. We'll talk to you guys Monday.